On the 20th of August 2019, you are going to have a very important day indeed. This day is going to be huge. This day is going to be massive. This day is going to be ever so significant. Not only because you're about to realize really fantastic achievement here, okay? Really fantastic achievement, which is also at the same time going to provide you with a whole new direction indeed. But this is all about the actual, your progress. This is all about the important realization. This is all about your power. This is all about the actual gain and advancement when it comes to your particular situation. This day is so important because things are going to turn upside down, but in the best possible way, because it's just going to give you the whole new initiative, the whole new strength, the whole new power, because you're going to have the possibility and you're going to have this wonderful mind-blowing option to look at your life and look at your a life from a completely, to look at your achievement, to look at your life from a completely different angle. But this is so important because there is so much at the same time that is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to be beautiful because I can see that you're going to feel so proud of yourself, so proud of your achievement, and this in itself is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, fantastic starting point for you. It's just like this feeling of proudness, feeling of like being cocky, but in the best possible way, because this is all due to you and all due to your hard work. And within the last 13 months, you have been paying attention to this, and you weren't too sure how things are going to work out and when things are going to change. So the 20th of August, it's going to be a very important day because things are going to start changing for you here. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. It's a lot to do with the next stage of your journey. It's a lot to do with the promotion when it comes to your own abilities. When it comes to your own abilities, it's also to do with the actual realization. It's so good because it's the certain desires and what you wanted to achieve and what you wanted to where you were focusing on. This is just going to be very significant when it comes to this, and it's a lot to do with the actual recognition of the certain abilities. You're also going to recognize something very, very important about yourself, about your abilities, and there is going to be an idea that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and the idea that is going to be mind-blowing, it's actually going to come through somebody else, because there is a good news, a good information, a really fresh, beautiful, vibrant information that you're going to also get at around the beginning of this day, and that in itself is going to be absolutely fantastic starting point for you, because you will know that a big moment in your life is coming. You will know that a big change is coming. You will know this because this is just going to come with such a burst of beautiful, fresh energy, powerful energy that is going to make you feel super positive. And what is going to happen, you will realize at the same time you're going to come across with like a little bit uneasy situation because you're going to need to make a decision really quickly, but that decision is going to be absolutely fine. But the fact that you're going to need to make a decision really quickly is going to test your power and test your stamina a little bit, because this is not how you normally do things or how you normally deal with things. And that in itself is going to be the beginning of something very special indeed. It's like lighting a really beautiful candles, my baby, that it's never going to burn until the end. What you're going to realize in this moment in time is that you're reaching a very important stage of your life, and what you were waiting for a while, for a long time, there were certain things that didn't work out quite well. That lots of Cancerians, my beautiful Cancerinis, you were going through lots of like emotional difficulties, like lots of signs have been going through different things, but it's just a lot to do with like a very deep emotions that you have been going through in the last 36 months indeed. These deep emotions are very personal. This is very deep, and this is to do with you, with your situation, with your life, with your health, with everything that you don't actually just go out there and just blab and sing and talk to everybody about. This is very personal, this is very deep, and it's very powerful because it's just all about that realization that your life is about to go on the whole next level, on the whole new journey indeed. And it's purely down to you feeling really good, you feeling really ecstatic, and you feeling really, really optimistic about it. I'm so glad because this is most certainly the time and the moment of your own personal justice that is about to change everything through your own realization that you've got more than you need in order to move on. You've got more than you need in in order to move on with your life and to make a really important decision. At the same time, you're also going to start feeling drawn to make a certain change when it comes to the actual certain possession of yours. But also at the same time, there is the whole new adventurous feeling gonna come forward, and you will start feeling very close to inspect certain parts of you, inspect certain parts of your life, to be very adventurous. But also you will be like, what, it's going to be great time and great balance and energy for being opportunistic as well. At around another thing that I was going to say to you, on the 20th of August, and at around that particular day, but on that particular day, maybe day earlier, day later as well, very significant. These 3 days are going to be indeed, because these days are going to be very significant, because you need to pay attention to your dreams as well. Your dreams are going to reveal a devil. That sounds horrible, but your dreams are going to reveal something very significant regarding a certain situation and a certain person in your life, something that you're not too surprised about, something that you're aware of about, but through this dream you're going to get hold of the certain situation, certain realization. It's just going to be so important for you to shed a light a little bit on the particular person, a devilish little person. But as I said, it's nothing that you're too much surprised about. There's nothing that is going to completely surprise you, but most certainly there is going to be the light at the end of the beautiful tunnel. But especially when it comes to the certain person that was maybe leaving a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth and making you feeling a little bit negative and a little bit uncomfortable, this negative situation with this particular person is going to come to an end. This is going to be so good for you, because karmically and spiritually this is an important time for you, my gorgeous Cancerians, because your spiritual journey is about to move from one level to another. So that's why I'm saying that this is going to be super powerful time for you when it comes to the actual new beginning and the whole new initiative that is going to come through into your sign. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancer, and it's for August 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, and it's for August 2019. I'm going to start with a particular number. Of course, when it comes to numerology, you have got number 19. 19, like, oh my god. Number 1 is all about, this is just going to become the big new journey, the powerful brand new journey in your life. It's going to be revealed to you, but this is so good, because at the same time your optimism is going to rise and you're going to feel so good. And there are other things that are going to spark up around you, which I'm going to talk about it later on. But it's so good because number 1 is the new beginning. It's a strength, it's a power, it's a very spiritual number, it's a very highly connected to the angels, you see. And then on another hand, number 9 means that financially this is good, the things are going to turn around to such a great way, but also it's going to surprise you, and because you've got 6 and then you've got number 9, so number 6 and 9, you see number 9, it's 2 numbers, so you turn it around, it's number 6, which means that there's going to be the realization that you're going to have when it comes to your own abilities and when it comes to your own resources and things like that. So this is all makes perfect sense when it comes to number 19, and when it comes to your sign, and when it comes to the actual month of August. It's all about satisfaction and accomplishment, and it's all down to your hard work. It's all down to you feeling proud of yourself and people feeling proud of you in the best possible way. This is going to be a beautiful energetic food that you're going to have, and this is also going to confirm to you so much about a certain direction and about a certain part of your life that you weren't too sure about whether you should carry on or whether you should just do something different, whether you should turn the new page. Oh la la, this is going to reveal a complete satisfaction and accomplishment and realization, and this is going to mean to you so much, because it's just going to make you feel really happy, and it's going to make you feel really ecstatic, and it's also going to have a wonderful influence and impact on you, because you will really have a great strong relationship with people in your life this month, with the best people in your life, with the relationships in your life are going to be like all packed up really beautifully. And also you will be mingling and you will be surrounded by certain people this month that you haven't seen in a long time, that you haven't seen in a while, that you maybe haven't seen in a year, a couple of years, or something like that, or maybe even longer, God knows, but it depends, because the certain people that weren't in your life, certain people that were missing in your lives are going to kind of return into your life, and they're going to be the part of your activities, they're going to be the part of your life throughout this month. But this is going to mean to you so much indeed, because it's a lot to do with your own certain reflection, and through that reflection you will be able to connect to your past, and once you connect to your past, then you will be able to bring a certain insight, and that insight is going to help you with a certain problem that you're going to need to kind of involve into your life in order to move on. So there need to be certain adjustments and readjustments that need to be done, but you will most certainly know that now it's time to move on. Okay, on another hand, this is just like the moment in time when you're going to realize it's a lot about your own power when it comes to your money and when it comes to your prosperity, for example, because this is going to be the moment in time when you're going to think about yourself, but you're going to go very deep. You will want to look at the whole picture, because it's just like all going to be about like a rewards from like your hard work and the things that you have been focusing on for a while. Now this is just going to give you the chance to just kind of like enjoy this energy from a completely different angle without worrying what if. Now you're going to have all your confirmations this month, and your confirmations that you are going to have are of course indeed going to give you the control over a situation. Strength, courage, power, and also energy and determination is just going to be absolutely brilliant, which is on another hand going to reflect on you such a wonderfully, because it's just going to give you so much energy. It's all about your own accomplishment. I'm so happy, because also when it comes to the actual maybe starting new things, applying for new things, like starting things that you are maybe a little bit scared of and things like that. Now you're going to have this like wonderful like power, you're going to have a wonderful energy, you're going to have a wonderful stamina, because you are going to be grounded in a completely different way. This is so good, because anything new that you want to start, anything new that you want to inspect, anything new that you want to try, most certainly this is going to be the month to do it, because if you do it and try it this month, that is at the same time going to become your own wheel of fortune. You can make and create your own wheel of fortune, which is just going to bring another situation much closer to you, and that situation is just going to be something that is really going to surprise you and make you dig slightly deeper into your own emotions, okay, which is on another hand going to make you react in a certain way that you wouldn't know how you wouldn't normally react to, but that is going to give you a really wonderful realization and wonderful power when it comes to the certain situation that is just bringing you down, when it comes to the certain situation that is making you negative, when it comes to the certain situation that is giving you a little bit of heartbreak and a little bit of negativity, and that has been part of your life for a while, but you just didn't know how to deal with it and you didn't know what to do. Your answer is coming and and it's going to be out of the situation through this. When it comes to the actual health, you see, I like the optimism that is just going to be like, ooh la la. When it comes to your health, this optimism is just going to be really good, because it's just going to make you feel it's going to be your own spiritual petrol, which is just going to give you so much power at the same time. But also, what else I was going to say, that what important is about your health, that those of you that have been having like ailments that have been like for a really long time, long ailments that you didn't see any improvements, now this is going to be an important moment in time, because those of you that haven't seen any improvement with long ailments, now you shall be able to feel better, you will be able to see improvement. So I think this is absolutely brilliant. On another hand, what else I was going to say that is just really brilliant to basically something like what I was going to say, yes, calcium is something that I think that you should definitely kind of like be taking, because there's going to be the need to take a little bit of extra calcium. So I would highly suggest you to take a completely natural product without without any chemicals. Please, please, please. I hate chemicals. I hate chemical ingredients. I hate unnecessary fillers, binders, or whatever they put in. You just need to take as natural as possible. For example, if you use your common sense, what else I would like you to take, it would be brilliant to take, combination, still, of calcium and vitamin D. Calcium and vitamin D. Calcium and vitamin D. But so you just make sure that you take these things natural. Calcium, for example, I like to take it like from a seaweed. You like a natural seaweed, but you need to be like, which obviously contains certain amounts of calcium, but you still need to make sure that this is a good seaweed. It's without unnecessary ingredients, without horrible chemicals, without unnecessary fillers or anything like that, because it can give you a little bit of headache, you see. And this is what I've been reading quite a lot when people take certain supplements, sometimes when they're filled with all this rubbish and people are not too sure what's in anymore. You just end up with a headache, and this is because of the amount of things that are in. So that's why you just go like for something that is natural. It's not only about a headache, it's about absolutely everything, you see. But it just it affects the balance of the actual supplement. So that's why I would like you to take like a calcium that comes completely natural, but that it comes of seaweed, something like that, which is absolutely supernatural without any horrible ingredients. But just check, like the actual reputation about this product that you're buying and things like that. And of course, it's completely supernatural. It's a completely natural product. Okay. When it comes to the actual vitamin D levels, of course, the sun is going to give you a point there. You see the beautiful sun here. You see, when it comes to the actual vitamin D levels, you see, obviously you get it from the sun, but if you can't get it from the sun, sometimes there are different sources that you can get the vitamin D from, like maybe an egg and a yellow part of an egg yolk, it can give you like a vitamin D as well. Certain food can give you vitamin D, but also like I would highly suggest like maitake mushrooms. They like contain like a vitamin D, and maitake mushrooms is just like a basically natural form of vitamin D. You see, mushrooms, they absorb vitamin D through the sun, I guess, and things like that. So, but especially these particular maitake mushrooms, they basically have one of the highest contents of vitamin D that you can actually get, that you can actually find. But this is only, you take maitake mushrooms. These are natural form. This is what I do. This is what I do all the time. I just recommend natural, without any like synthetic vitamin D and this and that. People think it's natural because it's from a natural health store. Yeah, right. Not necessarily, my babies. So that's why I'm saying like a natural vitamin D. If you could get something from the mushrooms, so like eat lots of eggs, every day, But if you don't like eggs, you don't want to eat eggs, or if you don't want to take mushrooms, then at least you expose yourself to the sun every single day, and that is of course going to help you with your actual vitamin D levels. But if you do go for like a calcium supplement from the seaweed, just check with your doctor, check with your GP whether if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, because only your doctor, your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now going on the very first date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's actually going to be on the 5th of August. Now the 5th of August is just so good because this is like, this date is going to be like a bomb, honestly, but spiritual bomb, beautiful bomb, powerful bomb, because it is just going to be like the film that stopped and now suddenly film is going to be like completely speeded up, It's just all about a really beautiful change and the swift activity and the beautiful progress of the situation in your life that was very slow in the last 10 months indeed. And it's going to make you feel like, yeah, dun dun dun, so good, and it's going to make you feel like really powerful. It's going to give you lots of optimism. It's going to make you feel like a little bit cocky, but it's a good cocky because it's all down to your own hard work. It's all down to your own focus and all down to the certain courage that you took lately. And everybody was like, no, don't do this, don't go down that road. But you had your psychic moment and you made the best possible decision. So now this is about to pay off for you indeed. What else I was going to say, that in itself is just going to make you feel like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you will focus on your home quite a lot. I'm just checking if my light is on. You're going to focus on your home quite a lot, and basically that is just going to make you feel happy, but this happiness is also going to give you certain joy, pleasure, and that in itself is just going to also make you and direct you towards a big change that you want to make and create when it comes to your home. And this is all going to be about peace, about love, about tranquility, and it's just basically about the reputation. You know, this is just going to be so good, because most certainly your reputation is going to go up. If you are worrying about like what people think, never worry about what people think. But if you were, you know, this is good, especially people around, people like that are mean to you so much, and your family members and people like that, you know, who cares what people think? Don't worry about what people think. You know, it's never going to be good. People can think whatever they want to, you know, think. You just don't let this affect you. But since I'm seeing it like this, it's to do with the people that mean to you so much around you. So it's going to be like really great reputation that you're going to have. You're going to feel really good, and you're going to be supported from the right people, and that in itself is going to be brilliant for you. Absolutely fantastic starting point indeed. The second important date is going to be on the 17th of August. Now, the 17th of August is just basically, it is just going to be very good. From the moment you wake up in the morning, I'm going to need you to pay attention also. What is the very first on your mind? What is the very first thing on your mind? What are you thinking? Maybe that's not necessarily the very first thing in the morning, but as soon as you wake up, you're still part of this universe. And 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you're still part of this universe. You're part of a different dimension. And therefore, your spirit guides are still going to be kind of ringing certain messages on your mind. There are a few messages, but one in particular that is going to be very powerful that you're going to have on this particular day. On the 17th of August, please pay attention to what messages you will have in the morning, but especially within the first, let's say, half an hour after you open your eyes, after you wake up. One particular thing is going to be very important, and one particular thing is also going to be something that's missing in your life, and something that is going to have a very quick and fast turnaround. Once you start, once you bring it, once you make it. Okay, very, very good indeed. On another hand, it's just an advice that you're going to have from somebody who's very lovely, who's very nice, who's a very prominent figure in your life, and somebody who's like a super genuine. It's actually going to give you really nice advice, and that in itself is just going to help you to make a certain, to deal with a certain ingenuine situation, and also certain hard work, but ingenuine situation to connected to the ingenuine person, and you're going to be able to kind of like act in a certain way because of this advice. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. And on another hand, what else you're going to realize? Reorganization. By the end of the day, you're going to need to change something about the way you do things. You will be given a chance to reorganize things slightly. You made a little mistake not that long ago, so that mistake is going to be corrected. And the mistake that you made long ago is just about, it was about maybe you didn't organize or reorganize things in the completely right way. So now you will be given this chance, and that is going to be absolutely fantastic starting point for you. Okay, I highly suggest that you get something like lapis lazuli. I recommended this before, but it's very important because especially when you're having messages from the spirit, which you are going to have throughout this month, it's going to help you a lot to connect, to reconnect, and to recognize these particular spiritual messages, and especially to remember our dreams. Even more importantly, not necessarily on this particular day, but it's just throughout the month. Lapis lazuli is also known as the stone of an ancient Egypt. It's very powerful indeed, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting this channel as well, of course. Okay, now the third important date that I was going to say to you, it's actually going to be on the 24th of August. Now the 24th of August you will be, see, can you hear it? Now that is an important day. There you go. So you're going to need to do something really fast. You're going to need to act really quick. You're going to need to act really quick, really fast in order to get the desired results. So on 24th of August, you will be provided with a situation. You will be very close to a situation that is just going to confuse you a little bit. But the important moment in time is for me to explain that you need to act really quickly rather than taking time off, rather than taking time out, rather than just stepping away from the situation. So you need to be really clever, because that in itself is going to bring you a wonderful balanced force, harmony and firmness, power, in order to deal with the unsatisfied desire and struggle and just make a really important decision. And that is just going to be so good, because at the same time, you know, things are going to turn around, turn over, blah, and then you're going to get like a great determination, initiative, strength, okay, power, and that in itself is just going to be absolutely beautiful time for you, because it's just going to make you feel like you really achieved a very, very, very important stage, a very important moment in your life. If those people of you are wondering about fertility, when is the really like a highly fertile time for Cancerians, my gorgeous Cancerinis, if you're wondering about fertility, basically the 24th of August is going to be a very strong day, very powerful day, very significant day when it comes to your fertility. This is going to be like a very peakish when it comes to your fertility. Okay, so now basically going on the very first part of August 2019, you know, it's just going to start with this beautiful realization through somebody in your life, somebody that means to you so much. You will realize you are reaching a very important point, very important moment in your life, especially when it comes to something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to make, something that you've been working on for a really long time, and also something that is involving not only you, but it's involving like a team of people or a group of people. It's just so good, my lord, this is so good, my gorgeous Cancerinis, because this is all about your own recognition. You know, this is all about your own recognition. This is all about your own grounding as well, which is going to help you to ground yourself, which is going to also help you to release lots of negativities and things that are bringing you down. That is going to make you very radiant, but also this is all going to kind of be very significant because it's all about the next stage and the new beginning that is going to give you strength and creativity at the same time. Recognition. I'm so happy for you, oh my lord, because you deserve it. You've been working really hard and you really wanted to change certain things. That is going to bring you really desired, beautiful synchronicity, which is going to make you realize to carry on and be very efficient. That is going to become your turning point, which is also going to lead towards your own success. You are having a huge month. You are having a very powerful month. You are having a very significant month, and I'm so happy for you. This is going to be really strong, and this is going, sorry, I've just dropped my card. This is going to be really strong, and this is going to be really powerful when it comes to your life, because it is a really beautiful success, and also it's going to give you like a really fantastic opportunity. I think people around you are going to be like very like pleased for you, but very like jealous, but in a good way, you know, not a bad way jealous. Like, oh, look at you. You know, people are going to be like that, and you know, you will really want to focus, like you will really like and see that you will be really enjoying like doing things in your home, doing things around your home. You will be able to connect to yourself spiritually like this, and this is all this grounding is going to bring you, because grounding is not only about ground yourself, but it's also about reaching the certain moment, certain level of meditation in our life, where we ground ourselves to the point where we are able to connect to everything else around us, and also like we are able to live our lives fully, completely connected to everything else. I'm not saying that you're not completely connected to everything else, but I'm just saying that you've been working hard, you've been really focusing a lot, and now this is also at the same time going to be a moment to rediscover yourself through your own surroundings and relax, of course. I highly suggest to get also like a black tourmaline block. Look at this beauty, look at this beauty. This black tourmaline block I couldn't live without, seriously. This is the most powerful crystal for the protection. You know, there's no more powerful crystal than the black tourmaline, to be quite honest with you, from my personal experience. And it protects you against all sorts of negative energy. Indeed, it helps you with the grounding, it helps you with so many different things, and you will be making lots of like decisions. You know, you'll be focusing a lot, you know, throughout this month. You will be kind of like all around the place, and that is just going to drain a little bit of your energy. And sometimes when the energy is drained, we can be affected by other people's negative energy. So I highly suggest you to get like a black tourmaline, and wherever you are, just put it on your desk or something like that. This is beautiful. Okay, you can buy this black tourmaline on my website, and as I said, by buying things from my website, you're also supporting this channel indeed. Okay, so what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's basically the second part of August is going to be very socially important. You will feel free, you will feel daring, and you will also want to reconnect with certain people, reconnect with a certain energy, and that in itself is just going to be very practical for you in many different ways, and it's also going to give you lots of ideas when it comes to you, when it comes to your personal security, and like a really close like a future planning. Immediately there is going to be a strong connection, like in a in mid-August, like when it comes to your childhood, you will feel a very strange connection to your childhood, very strange connection to the certain situations in your childhood. And then you're going to realize that there is a moment going to happen when you're going to kind of have a certain inheritance that is going to become the part of your journey. You will become aware of the certain inheritance, okay? Whether if you haven't got anybody to leave inheritance, or if you haven't got any family that is alive, basically this is also going to be the certain money that you're going to become aware of, and that certain money is kind of like as other people are going to become part of, are going to be part of, but you will have your piece. You see, you will be part of that, where lots of other people are going to be part of it as well. The bottom line is there is a certain money that you're going to have, and that money is just going to a little bit surprise you in a certain way, and it's going to give you a little bit of hermit moment. And the hermit moment that you're going to have is going to be very significant, because it's going to help you to reconnect to your situation, but it's also going to help you make a certain decision, so you don't have a worry when it comes to the certain loss in your life, when it comes to like finances and things like that. Financially, so you will want to avoid the situation that happened before, and you will be able to do this because you went through the certain experience. Now you're down on the other side. Now you've gone through this dimension, so you will be able to look at the things from a completely different angle. That is also going to bring you certain assertivity. You will be very assertive, and that is going to be so good, because by the end of August 2019, by the last week, you will really want to put a stop on like a certain situation that was like bringing you down, and that was like maybe like a lacking, you were lacking motivation because of the certain path that you took, and that's the path that is like actually bothering you, and it's not meant to be there anymore. And it's a lot to do with like a negativity, maybe a little bit of wrong choice. That's absolutely fine. It's a bit of a yin yang, you just realize this and that's it. But then that is going to kind of like connect you with the person that is just going to try to scrutinize you a little bit, be a little bit negative. So sorry, but I'm seeing like a little bit of conflict at the end of August 2019, and you know what? You will have an angel support, you will have your spiritual guidance, you will have your own God support, and you will be like on a completely different part of dimension, which is on another hand going to help you a lot. And all when it comes to the scrutinizing situation, scrutinizing person, you must not bite back, you must not fight back, you must not argue back. No, baby, no. This is exactly what you must not do. This is exactly what you must avoid. This is exactly what you must step away from. Not like that, literally, bye, but just play it very nicely, play it very tactically. And instead of being negative and horrible and fighting back, which is a low vibration, you just say it nicely and be compassionate. You must be compassionate. You must be positive. You must be optimistic. Two wrongs don't make a right, one right. Okay, so basically, just be nice. The being compassionate is the answer, and that is just going to help you so much, because instead of being lack of motivation, instead of negativity, there's the whole new inspiration going to come through, and it's just going to readjust you and redirect you to the slightly different journey. Karmically, this is going to be an important life-changing moment for you, so don't fight. Okay, at the end of August, it's also going to bring a wonderful adventure. Adventure, not like literally, I'm going to the in the forest and see where it's going to take me. No, but an adventure when it comes to the certain possession, which means that you will feel very close to do something, to make something, to react in a certain way when it comes to the certain possession. And I'm telling you, just go for it, just do it, just make it, just change it, because it's just so important, because you will get this adventurous feeling about a certain possession. I tell you, just do it, because this is so good. Also an integral part of your spiritual journey, which is going to give you the whole new determination. Trust me or not, you will discover something about yourself. This is going to be mind-blowing, because this is also going to bring the certain people, certain person in your life that is going to play a really important role later on. This is so deep, this is so intense, this is so positive, I cannot even explain. The bottom line is, this is all about going your personal spiritual journey, which is going to bring you the whole new determination, and that in itself is just going to really have a positive impact on your prosperity and personal security later on. Wow. Okay, see, I say to you that this month is going to be absolutely incredible indeed. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are actually in relationship, because to those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be the time of reward. This is going to be very positive. This is going to be very interesting time, because it's just like you have made something together, you have been doing something together. So now this is going to be the moment when things are going to finally start paying off. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's absolutely significant, because there is a certain journey that you're both going to book here, that you're going to be thinking about, and that is just going to be so good, because it's going to help you also to make a certain decision, and you wouldn't be able to make that certain decision if you don't go on this journey. I mean, I'm saying, you see, it's a swift change also. You see, very important realization and idea that you are going to have. So it doesn't really matter whether you go on triple journey this month, but as long as you plan this month, or even if you go one day away together, even if you go for a couple of days away together, you know, there is still going to be very important situation that is going to arise. And that situation that is going to arise, it's also going to bring other things, other choices, and other options in your life that are going to make your life a little bit spiced up, you know, when it comes to your personal security, when it comes to your personal balance indeed. What else is going to happen basically is just all about a certain adjustment. There is an important realization that you are going to have, you know, and the realization that you are both going to have this month, it's going to be very much so to do with a certain judgment. It's going to be really huge, it's going to be really important, and it's just something that you wanted to do for quite a while, you know. This is so much to do with those couples that have been wanting to do something, certain stage of their life, to change, to make, to start, you know. Now this is going to be the moment in time to just go for it. Very, very important time for the couples indeed, because this month it is going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential and the beginning, rejuvenation, beautiful start, love and emotions. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you Cancerinis which are single and ready to mingle. My lord, you know, you've got so much to look forward to, especially when it comes to, like, you know, going out, meeting people. You need to go out, you need to meet as many people as you can, but also there will be the situation. Again, I just can't stand when I see this, but this happens sometimes, you know, and it's keep on happening to us, to everybody, without us even realizing. We can be attached to certain people without even realizing. We can be attached to certain people even if we really dislike them, even if they were really horrible to us. Maybe there was a really long time in our life when we had a great time, so we are still attached to those great times, but they were really horrible to us and it ended up really horribly. That's what I'm saying. So maybe perhaps you just went out with someone, you were fancying someone, and they were like, you know, you had a great time a little bit, you know, quite a lot, but then lots of negativity happened and they left a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, and they made you feel a little bit negative. You knew it's the end, that was not the right person for you, for example, and now this person is again in your mind going to return, try to return again. This is so important. I'm saying maybe you didn't even have a relationship with that person. Maybe you just started like a friends and it went to the certain point, and then you didn't like that certain point, but then you're still attached to those good points, you know. It can be lots of different variations of this, okay? But I'm just saying that somebody from the past is in your mind going to try to return, or they're going to try to return physically to you, like, hello, I'm back. And I would just be like, no, baby, no. I mean, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. But I think that this is not somebody who is going to be the right person for you, because sometimes we need to like split up and just go different directions, and then we are kind of rejoin again. But this is most certainly somebody whom your spiritual journey is not meant to reconnect, because they are still suffering from something else. They have got a very strong karma when it comes to being attached to somebody else. So this wouldn't really end up good, you see, if it would end up with you. But the bottom line is, what I'm saying to you, that if somebody in your mind returns, you just need to realize, or if somebody tried to return, you just need to realize that, you know, it's over, and then you can just move on from that situation. The reason why I say this is because this is exactly what I need you to do. Because what is that going to open? I know this sounds really weird, but this is going to open so many different doors. That's why I'm saying that this was holding your energy a little bit. So if there was a person like this, then if you do come to realization like this, opportunities. You're also at the same time going to open so many tunnels, so many doors for you. I know this sounds weird, but there is going to be like energetically, it is going to be complete shake up, because it's going to help you with your own personal improvement, development, even promotion. It is even going to bring an outcome of past efforts and rebirth with your life in general. So this is karmically an important time that you need to realize that sometimes certain people kind of stay part of our energy, and they're bringing us down without us even realizing. They're making us unhappy without us even realizing it. They're not even in our lives yet. So that's why we just have to karmically forgive them, so we can let them go. On another hand, you see, this is going to be the moment in time when you're going to kind of meet lots of people. You're going to be surrounded by lots of people. There are going to be lots of opportunities where you're going to kind of rediscover yourself. You're going to like this month. Lots of opportunities where quite a few parties, few gatherings, you know, few people are going to, you're going to be meeting like on weekly basis, really literally, that you wouldn't normally meet. So this is going to be really good, because it's going to be really powerful realization about you. You are going to be the part of the situation where you're going to kind of see somebody who's going to inspire you so much. There is one particular person that is going to inspire you this month like there is no tomorrow, and you're going to meet this person right around the end of month, and this is just going to be the beginning of something really special. This is a very beautiful person, in and out, a very significant person to you, and it's not so much about, you know, like, you know, spending the rest of your life with that person, but it's also something that person is going to tell you something, you're going to be told something, you're going to be said something, so that person is going to tell you something, and that is just help you to actually change your life. This is literally going to be mind-blowing. This person is going to have an amazing impact when it comes to you realizing something really important about yourself indeed. And also, let me just tell you something else, that there is another person, there you go, another person that you are going to meet, and I like it. This is what I meant. It's going to be very rich months when it comes to like a mingling with people, meeting people, being surrounded by people. But it's very interesting the way this is going to unfold and happen. First of all, I see you forgiving somebody, and then I see you meeting people, and then I see you meeting somebody really special and somebody very particular, somebody with a perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity. And now I'm seeing someone very, very interesting that is at around the end of month going to walk into your life. This is going to be somebody who's going to become part of your life, somebody who's going to stay in, somebody who's going to have an absolutely fantastic, mind-blowing impact on your life. But you know, as I said, prepare, you know, to be swept off your feet, but it is going to happen one step at a time. There is someone very beautiful going to come into your life, and I can say that spiritually, everything is going to change, and you're going to like it indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerians, my gorgeous Cancerinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, love, and light to literally all of you. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.